What is your background information on animals?
I have 10 years. I did 10 years of 4-H with livestock and horses, and my grandma bred dogs for 15 years, so I kind of have my foot in every door possible.
That's exciting. What are some ways you think animal abuse should be stopped?
I think people should definitely not be afraid to speak up. Like if you see an animal on the street and someone's yelling at it or dragging it, be like, yo, that's not cool. Like animals have feelings too, But and if you see like a dog or a cat or an animal on the side of the road that doesn't have any food or doesn't have any water, take an old plastic bowl and put it out on the street with a little bit of old cereal or something. It's better than nothing, if they're cold, wrap them in the towel.
Do you know what animal abuse is?
I think so. I think there's many different terms and many different views on animal abuse. Like I kind of put animal neglect and animal abuse, like whether you're gonna hit your dog or you're gonna like leave it on the street and starve it. I think either or is animal abuse.
Have you ever witnessed animal abuse?
My neighbor, my old neighbor, he doesn't live there anymore. It's kind of ironic. He was head of animal control, and for I think 3 or 4 years, he had a dog. Her name was Candy, and he made this kind of awkward metal box thing that he like spray painted her name on, and he wouldn't let her in the house. He kept her on a chain in that doghouse, and he never fed her, never gave her water, even like in Michigan weather, like 90 degrees in the summer, she didn't have any water. She was skin and bones, didn't pay any attention to her at all. It was terrible.
Have you ever abused an animal?
No.
Well, that's good.
No. I know there's a lot of like people think that like there's a difference between like disciplining an animal and like abusing an animal. Like it's one thing to talk sternly to an animal and say like, no, don't do that. Or like if my horse isn't gonna move, you kind of need to kick him a little bit, and it's not hard. It's not affecting them as what people think it is.
Do you or have had any pets?
I have 1 horse. I have 2 dogs. I have multiple barn cats. I've had a lamb that I raised for auction. I raised lizards with my aunts.
What animal groups do you think get abused more, like cats, dogs, horses?
I don't know. I think cats and dogs definitely get abused the most, but I see, especially in the hobby that I am, I see a lot of horses get abused, and people turn a blind eye to it because it's just the sport. So I think horses are just as much up there as cats and dogs, and I think zoo animals are just as much up there as cats and dogs. I think it doesn't. I mean, rats. Do rats really get abused? Probably not, but household pets probably do a lot more than any other animal out there.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Expert interview by Marcy LaFramboise, founder of the Friends of Michigan Animal Shelter. She didn't want to be recorded, so Adam Good did the voiceover with me. Do you believe cosmetics should be tested on animals?
No, I do not.
Have you ever tried stopping animal abuse if you've seen it?
Yeah, we rescue a lot of abused animals, and we have a 15-year-old dog that was tied outside all her life, and she was in really bad shape, but now she's beautiful and healthy.
Do you care about animal cruelty?
Of course.
Why do you think people abuse animals?
People who abuse animals usually abuse people as well. They have anger issues and really need help.
What are some ways to stop animal abuse?
Make laws that punish animal abusers more harshly.
How many pets a day do you think get abused every day?
Probably hundreds just in our own community.
Do you think animal abuse is a big problem in the U.S.?
Yes.
Now, asking you these questions, did your feelings change about animal abuse?
No.
Have you ever abused an animal?
No, I hope not.
Have you ever helped an animal that has been abused?
Yes, we do a lot. See question 2.
If you're looking for a new friend, why not look to the Humane Society of Huron Valley to adopt a loving animal that would make a great addition to your family? Our mission is to place all adoptable animals in loving homes, reduce pet overpopulation, and care for the physical well-being of animals in our community. Call today or visit us online to learn more.
Sing me, sing me, sing me, sing me, sing me, baby. Sing me, sing me, sing me. Sing me, jingle, jangle. Sing me, baby.
Ever since I met you, I couldn't want you better. I couldn't love you stronger if I tried. It's my true heart I'm showing, or my nose would be growing. You know that it gets longer when I